If you're running a small business, basic antivirus often isn't enough once you have multiple devices and people to protect. With Bitdefender GravityZone Small Business Security, you can secure computers, monitor threats, and manage policies through a single cloud dashboard.
Welcome to Best Reviews.
Hi there, and welcome back to Best Reviews. Today, we're reviewing Bitdefender GravityZone Small Business Security, a cloud-based endpoint security platform built to help small businesses protect their networks, devices, and data from a wide range of cyber threats. It gives smaller teams practical protection against phishing, ransomware, and other web-based threats, while admins get a clear overview of protected endpoints and detections. In this video, we'll walk through what using the platform is like, the features that stand out most, what pricing and trial options look like, and how support performs in practice. As always, check our written review for the latest pricing, contract details, and deals, since those can change over time. Using GravityZone starts in the control center, where setup, deployment, and daily monitoring happen for Windows, macOS, and Linux devices. One of the first things to sort out is account security. That means enabling two-factor authentication, setting password age rules, and deciding how the platform should respond to repeated failed sign-in attempts. If your company already relies on a SAML 2.0 identity provider, you can also connect single sign-on through services like Okta and Azure AD. From there, the next step is organizing users and devices into groups, so each team can follow its own rules and access levels, instead of using one setup for everyone. After that, admins create installation packages, choose the protection models they want, like advanced threat control, anti-exploit, firewall options, anti-phishing, web traffic scanning, scan models, uninstall protection, and relay deployment. Then, they can download installers or send installation links to end users via URL or email. This modular setup matters because GravityZone lets smaller businesses shape protection around the way their teams and devices actually work, instead of forcing the same configuration on everyone. Once devices are live, you can assign policies and manage the environment from the same place. Threat protection is where GravityZone leaves its strongest impression. The platform combines anti-malware, ransomware defense, and real-time monitoring in a way that feels closer to serious business security than basic home antivirus. The policy system is another major strength. Admins can create separate configurations for departments or user groups, then clone and assign those policies as needed, which makes the platform especially useful in mixed environments. It also supports role-based access, so security managers, IT staff, and other stakeholders can have different permission levels without everyone getting full control. That flexibility also shapes day-to-day use. The dashboard gives admins a central workspace for monitoring endpoints, adjusting policies, and handling routine security tasks, so it generally feels capable and suited to real business environments. The customizable widgets and portlets help too, letting teams keep threat activity, endpoint health, detections, licensing details, and update status front and center, instead of digging through every menu. There is also a strong proactive layer here. Anti-tampering helps protect the security agent itself, while advanced anti-exploit is designed to stop evasive and zero-day style attacks before they can take hold. There is also a strong proactive layer here. Anti-tampering helps protect the security agent itself, while advanced anti-exploit is designed to stop evasive and zero-day style attacks before they can take hold. That matters because GravityZone is not just looking for obvious malware. It also watches for suspicious behavior that could be trying to bypass or weaken protection before a bigger incident develops. On the network side, Bitdefender adds anti-phishing, web traffic scanning, and email traffic scanning, which helps stop risky activity early in the chain, instead of only reacting after malware lands on the device. Together, these layers make protection feel more complete, since the platform covers endpoints, web activity, and common attack routes like malicious links and unsafe downloads. The admin experience also benefits from the executive summary view and broad reporting options. You can generate reports on endpoint health, malware activity, firewall events, and policy compliance, and even schedule those reports to be emailed automatically. For smaller businesses, that overview is especially useful because it makes the platform easier to monitor without constantly digging through menus. Still, the interface can feel dense, so while the experience is strong, it may not feel especially beginner-friendly right away. Another weak spot is mobile admin access. There's no native app for administrators. And while you can log in through a mobile browser, the experience isn't well optimized for smaller screens. Pricing is based on device count and contract length, with support for up to 100 devices. Most small businesses will likely need protection for at least 5 devices, and longer contracts can bring the early cost down compared to renewing annually. At that 5-device level, the 1-year plan costs $118.99, while the 3-year option brings the effective early price down to $81.66 with a 31% discount. Bitdefender also offers a 30-day free trial and backs paid plans with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So, the main takeaway is simple. Longer subscriptions offer better value, but it's still worth checking our written review before you buy to see the latest deal structure and contract options. Support here is more business-focused than consumer-focused. Small business customers get access to Bitdefender's B2B Help Center, onboarding resources, technical articles, community content, and direct technical support options. In our experience, the support response was cordial, straightforward, and arrived in under 2 hours after submitting a ticket, which is a strong result for a business security product. That said, the overall support impression here is still based on practical experience rather than a promise of instant help at all times. So, the main takeaway is that the support setup feels solid and professional. On the plus side, GravityZone does an excellent job with threat prevention and remediation, which is the strongest reason to consider it if you need serious protection for business endpoints. Another clear advantage is its flexible policy system and highly customizable deployment options, which make it easier to adapt the platform to different teams, devices, and security needs. It also stands out for executive-level oversight, especially through the executive summary view, detailed reporting, and scheduled reports that help admins track the environment efficiently. Finally, its transparent pricing is a welcome bonus. On the flip side, the dashboard can feel crowded and less beginner-friendly, especially for very small teams without dedicated IT support. Plus, the lack of a native mobile app also makes on-the-go admin work less convenient. Considering the pros and cons, we recommend Bitdefender GravityZone Small Business Security for small businesses that value security depth and centralized oversight more than absolute ease of use. As always, for a full dive on latest updates, be sure to visit our complete written review over on bestreviews.net. Thanks for watching, see you next time.
Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below if you have any questions. For more reviews and other videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will be notified of future videos. See you next time!